Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on our Rise and Shine program. Of course, you know how we do it. It's your boy Troy Gill, and we have fitness professional Chris Williams, who's going to be taking us through a workout to get your heart pumping, get your blood flowing, get you ready to start your day. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Promoters, here is a chance to boost your event or fete with MTV's irresistible television advertising specials. Book now and be wowed with party deals and good advertising coverage. Call our sales and marketing department on 440-8171 or via WhatsApp on 455-5718. You can also send an email at mtvmarketinggd@gmail.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Rise and shine.
All right, everybody, we're back at it again. Hope you have your water. Hope you have your energy. Hope you're ready for this. So what we're going to do, we're going to work on upper body a little bit here. We're going to do a little higher impact today. So I hope you guys brought that energy. So your legs are wide. So we're going to start with some punches. So what we're doing, we're going across the body. And remember, you got to keep that core tight. You want to activate those legs. So we're going to go hold it again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring it up. You're driving those arms up to the air. So that's an uppercut. We're coming up. And you want to engage that core still. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to the center. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uppercuts again. You want to look where you're punching. Drive it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms up. Above the head, get that shoulders involved. When you're pulling the arms down, I want you to squeeze your back. Don't just move the arms. Squeeze and engage the muscles. So we're extending it all the way up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to make it a little more shallow. Keep that tense right here. Keep the intensity right here. You're going to feel a little more burn in the shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Working that chest right here. Open and close. And squeeze that chest. Keep it right here. Come on. Let's go. Keep it going. It's supposed to be burning by now. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up again. Push. Push. Right above the head. Come on. It's going to be burning. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to turn. Keep your arm up. We're going to work that tricep. Extend it. And squeeze. You don't just want to be throwing the arm. You want to engage that muscle. So pushing it up in the air. That arm's supposed to be burning. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it to the front. We're gonna get our bicep. So you're pulling it up. Full extension of the arm. You're keeping your chest up, keep your elbows tucked into the waist, and you're pulling it up. Even though you see my arms are moving fast, I'm flexing the bicep. Every time you come up, flex the arm. So faster. Get our heart rate to shoot up. Come on. Keep it going. Don't forget to drink water when you need it. Keep it going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your legs together. Back to that shoulders. So I want you to turn your hands out. Now, put your legs in it. Keep that full body movement going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it right here. And from here, we're gonna go up. So it's like you're clapping above your head. You don't wanna drop it below parallel. You wanna keep that burning in our shoulders. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna turn. We're coming here. So you're keeping that back flat. Now you pull and down. Pull and down. We're working those lats, the rhomboids, the rear delts, everything in this movement right here. With some added weight, you're gonna feel that. So pull, pull, pull. Let's go. Elbows close to the body. Pull and squeeze that back. We're gonna speed it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're coming here. We're going lower. We're going to do what's called a back fly. So you bring your arms here, bring them up. That's right. Up. So it's like you want to touch them behind your back. Let's go. Pull. Pull. Keep that back flat. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. March it out. Legs wide. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right here, jab. You want to extend the arms straight out. Your next hand, this is your blocking hand. You keep it up. Extend. It's like you're snapping it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands. Extend it. Don't keep it short. Extend it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next side, jab. Snap it out. Remember, you always got to defend yourself right here. Keep your arm up. Push it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Both hands. Let's go. Push it out. So as that twisting is working your obliques. Push. Punch it out. Snap it out. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, arm circles. That shoulder's getting a lot of work this morning. It's supposed to be burning right now. Small circles forward. I can already feel the burn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Anything you do forward, you got to do it reverse. Let's go. Bring it back. Shoulders are burning. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more time. Let's go. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Punching it across the body there. Let our shoulders cool down a little bit. Come on. I want you to sit lower on it. You're gonna give me a last 16 here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 again. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands up. And we're coming down. Remember, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going up again and down. Bring that arm right across. We're going to stretch out our shoulders. I know your shoulders need it. Pull it across. Feel that nice stretch. Remember, continue to breathe. At any time, you know you're supposed to be taking water, keeping yourself hydrated. All right, we're going to go to the next side. Nice. Bring that arm up. Stretch out that tricep. Next side. We're going to turn it here. Take your hands behind your back. You're going to bend down. You're going to lift the arms away from the body. So you're stretching out that back. Drop your hands down. And I want you to do round your back and bring it up slow. We're going to go down again. Go down with your back flat. Now round the back and bring it up. Step your leg back. Lock your fingers together, right? You're going to turn it, push it out, and then you're going to come up and reach all the way up. Get tall, as high as you can go. Bring it down. Switch legs, push it out, turn, and stand tall. You're supposed to feel that stretch all the way in the abdominal wall. One more time over here, stretch out that oblique. Go to the next side. Again, hands come up, take a deep breath. Bring it down. We're going up again. Up one more time. You want to reach all the way up as high as you can reach. Up onto your toes. You want to take that deep breath and you want to hold it. Hold it. And you're going to bring it down. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for being with us this morning. Hope you have a blessed day.
All right, guys, so that was fitness professional Chris Williams leading us into a workout to get your heart pumping, get your blood flowing, get you ready to start your day. And of course, Chris, just going to share with us a little bit. I know that you are a fitness professional. You hold classes in different parts of the island as well. Can I share with us, for somebody who is interested in getting in touch with you and wants to join your classes, let them know how they can do so.
All right, well, right now I have a class that is every Thursday and Saturday in the Grenada Youth Center, starting at 5 o'clock. We finish about 7, so it's a 2-hour class. We do a lot of cardio, a lot of aerobics movements. If you're interested, you could come out and check us out there. You could contact me at 423-6320. We also have a few other things that are going to be happening around the island. We have to make sure and put everything in place, but soon enough you'll be able to see us in St. Andrews, St. David's, things like that. So we're putting a lot of things in place for persons that may not get the time to go to a gym. We're trying to come to you at different locations and give you little programs here and there to keep you active, to even start your fitness program leading up to Carnival and beyond Carnival. So yeah, definitely Thursdays and Saturdays at 5. You can catch me at the Grenada Youth Center, you know, and come and do a thing.
Just tell them the number again.
423-6320. You can call me at any time and we can get you all the details and get you signed up from there.
All right, guys, so that was fitness professional Chris Williams. All right, guys, so link him up if you want to get started on your fitness journey. And remember again, guys, stay hydrated, make water your #1 beverage, all right, and make healthy choices today. All right, guys, thanks again for joining us, guys. See you again next time.
I'm Tony Julian with the details. Over 250 people gathered at the Radisson to be a part of the historic first ever National Cultural and Creative Industries Conference, dubbed Unleash, which began on Wednesday. It'll culminate on Friday the 12th of May with an exhibition of Grenadian artists and practitioners' work. MTV's Donella Hostin attended the opening ceremony and filed a report.
Grenada's Prime Minister, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, delivered the keynote address at the first ever National Cultural and Creative Industries Conference, dubbed Unleash, which officially started on Wednesday, May 10th, with over 250 registered participants. The Prime Minister's address highlighted the significance of the day's event.
We must view today's event and the next several days within the broader context of the approach to governance that we have chosen. An approach that is bold, that is different. And indeed, this is the first time in our history that a conference of this kind is being held. Over the next 3 days, participants will have the chance to wrap their minds around key policy issues related to the entire creative industry's value chain, to include institutional support for this sector.
PM Mitchell also used the opportunity to note that this is about empowerment, as he encouraged the corporate community to be part of this venture and support the creatives.
Colleagues, the investment in the creative economy is a national initiative, and successful national initiatives require partnerships. I'm therefore inviting our partners in the private sector to come on board. The creative sector is worthy of your financial support, and it is worthy of your financial investment. This sector represents exciting possibilities for economic diversification, foreign exchange earnings, and gross domestic product growth. Positives for the private sector and for Grenada overall.
Also delivering remarks and speaking more about the purpose of the conference and what they hope to achieve by developing the creative economy was Orlando Romaine. Romaine noted that the benefits are not only economic but also social as well.
The creative economy has a huge potential to increase our foreign earnings by increasing our ability and the quality of our creative exports. And if we develop the sector properly, we can see a certain increase in our foreign earnings and certainly an increase in our balance of payment. And certainly we want to ensure that the creative economy is able to drive the social transformation that we need.
Representing the lead sponsor for the conference was Dr. Stacey Richards Kennedy, Regional Manager at CAF, noting that they are excited to be part of this venture. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Meanwhile, it was a very emotional day for many Grenadian creatives who gathered for the National Cultural and Creative Industries Conference. Donald Hostin spoke with a few participants and speakers who shared how they felt about being a part of this inaugural conference.
For years, creatives from all sectors of the creative industry have been clamoring for the recognition and acknowledgement for their works and contributions to the sector. And now, as the first National Creative Conference is being hosted and tons of creatives gathered to witness this historic move, they are saying it feels great to be a part of something like this. Our news team spoke to some local authors and creatives who were present at Wednesday's conference opening.
This is fantastic. When I was growing up, I wish I had this. In my day growing up, it is my work, what I love to do, the arts and the theater and the dance and stuff, was like a hobby. But now this government has taken this as a part of who we are and going to push the arts, from everything, from food, from culture, from architecture, everything. So it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling.
I feel really honored to be a part of the very first Creative and Cultural Conference here in Grenada. It feels amazing to be in this space where we are recognized and acknowledged.
I'm really happy to be part of history. Grenada has so many talented people, and it's really time, it is our time now to be given access to resources and networking and funding, and just given a space where we can come together and collaborate.
Also speaking to us was local reggae and contemporary artiste Tamara Songbird St. Bernard Neckles, who said she was excited to see what comes next.
And I'm super excited about Unleash. This whole seminar, this forum, so far it's been very informative and promising, and it seems like the creative economy is going along the right path. Younger people would have something to look forward to, as well as ourselves, the existing and pre-existed artists and creatives, seamstresses, everybody that it includes.
The conference features over 20 speakers from around the region, and our news team was privy to speak to Jamaican Joel Nomdakham, who has been involved in the creative industry for quite some time.
Being here as somebody in the Caribbean from Jamaica who is also doing some work there in terms of speaking to the next generation of creators and marketers about how they can not only participate and upskill with personal branding and understanding how they can position themselves better for not only opportunities but networking as well as collaboration. Being able to bring that here for the first time, where a conference of this magnitude is really tapping into that industry. I'm excited to
He commended the Prime Minister and his team who organized the conference, as he noted how important it was to hear leaders speak about making funding and other resources available as part of the plans. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hosten.
According to reports, Grenada and the rest of the Caribbean are in for an increasingly hot period spanning from the months of May right through to October. According to the Barbados-based Caribbean Climate Outlook Forum, or CARICOF, in its heat outlook for May to October 2023, excessive heat can be expected, peaking in the months of August and September. Intense nighttime and daytime heat are expected in much of the Caribbean from July to September, marking the peak of the heat season. Acting manager at the Meteorological Office, Gerard Tamer, confirms this prediction on Wednesday, stating that they are expecting above normal temperatures during this period.
Well, based on the current seasonal forecast, climatic seasonal forecast, and when we're looking specifically at the temperatures for our region, we are seeing that, yes, we would experience just slightly above normal temperatures for the next 3 months, and that is May, June, July. And this is looking at the forecast as released by the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology. Yeah, we have to bear in mind that we are also going into our hot months, our rainy months. Okay, so we expect temperatures to naturally increase, but the forecast is for this next 3 months to have just above normal temperatures. As we go deeper into the season, the months of August, September, October, yes, we would see, and that is based on the forecast, we can expect to see definitely higher temperatures, and that is all because of the forecast.
Tamer says this increase in hot temperatures is mainly due to the El Niño climate phenomenon that will cause an unprecedented increase in global temperatures.
One of the contributing factors is that we are seeing more and more the effect of the El Niño phenomena. We are coming out of what we call the neutral state, and the El Niño phenomena is becoming more and more dominant. And this year is expected to be declared an El Niño year. And one of the characteristics of an El Niño year is that we will have high temperatures. So this year, the El Nino phenomena seem to be pretty much active and would have great influence on our weather patterns.
As a result, TEMA is encouraging individuals to be prepared for hot days and warmer nighttime temperatures as well. There are mixed reviews on the resignation of MP Delma Thomas. While some welcome the move, others are questioning the timeliness of her decision. However, according to a local sociologist, it is clear that her decision to resign from the opposition team while continuing to represent her constituency sends a clear message that she will not be intimidated and highlights the ever-increasing role of women within the political landscape. We get more from Troy Gill.
Local sociologist Claude Douglas weighed in on the resignation of MP for St. Andrews Northwest, Honorable Delma Thomas, from the opposition New National Party. According to him, it is unprecedented for a female politician and elected MP to resign from a political party, but opt to continue to serve in Parliament, as male politicians are the ones to make such moves, which also include former opposition leader Tobias Clement, who also resigned from the NNP in 2019.
The resignation or defection of female parliamentarians in Grenada is a rarity. Over the years, men are the ones that are more likely to resign and defect from political parties. Therefore, the resignation of Delma Thomas from the official opposition New National Party is what I consider to be extraordinary.
He believes that her resignation is sending a strong message as it relates to the role of women in politics and not being intimidated by their male counterparts.
Delma Thomas's resignation is very instructive for the future role of women in political parties. Women over the years have been an increasing force in political parties in Grenada. And whereas in the past they played the second fiddle role, they have emerged playing a very critical and instrumental role in the governance and other rules like the electoral rules in political parties. And they are becoming less tolerant of behaviors that threatened to undermine the personal and professional advancement within the political arena.
Thomas, who successfully retained her seat in the St. Andrews Northwest constituency 3 times in a row, tendered her resignation to the party chairman, Oliver Joseph, on the evening of May 7th, 2023. From MTV News, Troy Gill.
The Grenada National Cybersecurity Incident Response Team, CSIRT Grenada, warns Grenadians to exercise caution while dealing with online businesses posing as used car dealers. The CSIRT Grenada has discovered or identified several fraudulent businesses that advertise the sale of imported used cars to Grenadians during the past 8 months. Well, unfortunately, several Grenadians engaged the fraudsters without doing their due diligence, losing their money in the process. The National CSIRT coordinator is Jervis Dabrio.
Since the launch of the National CSIRT on May 19, 2022, we have dealt with several incidents relating to Grenadians paying for vehicles online and not receiving them. Unfortunately, this issue persists, and as such, we have issued an official warning advising on the importance of verifying and vetting entities before sharing your personal information or sending funds out. Bad actors count on us not doing our due diligence and not recognizing the red flags by throwing offers at us that are often just too good to refuse, and therein lies the trap.
Grenadians are being urged by Dabrio to maintain vigilance.
We have listed 4 things you should look out for, understanding that those are not the only red flags. Sometimes you just need to open your eyes and look, ignore what is being offered, and look at all the things that are just not adding up or making sense. That said, we are ready and waiting to assist anyone who chooses to reach out to us. And of course, our services are free. We were set up by government to help keep you safe. So please do allow us to do just that and give us a call.
Ryan Griffith, who is facing a charge of non-capital murder by unlawfully causing the death of Spencer Francis. That trial has been pushed back due to the unavailability of a key witness, as we now hear in this report.
The trial involving my client, Mr. Ryan Griffith, was aborted this morning because the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions was unable to produce a key witness in the matter.
That was Attorney at Law Jerry Edwin sharing the reason for the delay of Ryan Griffith's trial. Griffith was charged back in 2019 for unlawfully causing the death of Spencer Francis of Corinth, St. David.
This is a witness who claimed to have heard certain statements in the case, and she was not available because she has actually moved out of Grenada. She's residing outside of the country now. And so the prosecutor's office, the DPP's office, has asked the judge, and the judge agreed that this matter will be set back to the next term of the court, which is in the new term, which starts in September of this year.
Edwin explained that currently Griffith is on bail with conditions.
We were prepared to go to trial on this matter, and I think the prosecutor was also ready to go, but without this vital witness, the matter could not proceed. And so Mr. Griffiths will continue to remain on bail, and we assume that in the next session, after September 2023, the matter will be brought back to those assizes.
What are the terms and conditions of his bail?
Well, it is the normal condition that he not interfere with witnesses, that he remains in the jurisdiction. If he has to travel, he seeks permission of the court, that kind of thing. It's the normal course that when bail is granted, these conditions attach.
Meanwhile, on Monday, a jury will be assigned to the Ricardo Edgar case. Edgar, who is former St. Paul's St. George, was on May 27, 2020, charged for causing black man's death.
On Monday, we will be impaneling a jury in the case involving a charge of non-capital murder. That's what the indictment is, involving Mr. Ricardo Edgar. Now, this matter was not scheduled until the middle of June, but because of the contingency with Ryan Griffith's case, the judge in her wisdom has moved this trial forward, and so we will pick a jury, and that trial is scheduled to start on Tuesday. That's the non-capital murder case involving the defendant Ricardo Edgar.
The search continues for Dwayne McDonald, a person of interest to police in the fatal shooting of Randy Jones McIntosh, the chairman of the Carriacou and Petite Martinique chapter of the New National Party, NNP. That was in the community of Bogles on the sister isle of Carriacou. Speculation is rife as to what may have led to the shooting incident. However, both gentlemen who resided in the USA were said to have been deported. The Royal Grenada Police Force is appealing to citizens who may have information as to McDonald's whereabouts to provide the same with law enforcement as the quest continues to make an arrest in the matter. Assistant Commissioner of Police Vanny Cohen says that they are aware that people are concerned for their safety when calling in with tips, but that there are ways of remaining anonymous.
You do not need to provide us with your name or your location, your identity. That's not what we're interested in right now. What we're interested in right now is the information that you have. So you can call us anonymously, and you can do that through a number of means. We have 911. If you call 911, you don't have to give your name. You don't necessarily have to say who you are. What we're interested in is the information that you have. We also have another hotline, 444-1958-1958. That hotline allows members of the public to provide information to the police without disclosing their identity. You're right, the issue of confidentiality, and we cannot overlook the fact that we're talking here about somebody who allegedly have been shot. And I know that if people have information, they will be concerned about their own safety in providing that kind of information. So I want to say to the public this morning, you could provide the information without disclosing your identity. If you think your phone number will show up on somebody else's devices, I can tell tell you how you can block that number. Number sign 31 number sign, and you can call us. That doesn't show your number up on any device that you call, and so you remain anonymous. What we are interested in is not who you are or where you live, but the information that resides with you.
World Lupus Day is commemorated annually on the 10th of May to raise awareness of lupus, a chronic autoimmune disease caused when the immune system attacks its tissues, resulting in pain and inflammation of body tissue. In recognition of the day, the Lupus Foundation of Grenada encouraged advocates to wear purple on the day and to join the global lupus community to increase lupus awareness, promoting the slogan, "I am putting on purple to make lupus visible." According to a social media post from the foundation, activities will continue for the entire month. Although lupus symptoms are not visible, it does not mean the disease does not exist. May is also Lupus Awareness Month, and the Lupus Foundation of America is encouraging the global lupus community to join together in raising awareness of the physical, emotional, and economic impact of lupus, while raising funds to support lupus research, care and support services, and educational resources and programs. Monday, meanwhile, was recognized as Ovarian Cancer Awareness Day. And with Mother's Day just days away, for today's Healthwise, we're speaking with gynecologist at Fit for Life Medical Services, Dr. Arling Smith, on the symptoms of ovarian cancer and the importance of women, including mothers, getting screened for the deadly disease.
Monday was officially recognized as Ovarian Cancer Awareness Day, and with Mother's Day fast approaching, for today's Healthwise, we are speaking with gynecologist at Fit for Life Medical Services, Dr. Arling Smith, and she's going to share with us the importance of women, including mothers, getting screened for ovarian cancer.
So the ovarian cancer is not frequent cancer to find on the woman. One of the risk factor you can't find on the woman is when the patient or the woman have more than 14 years old, when they have a risk factor, when they have a family history, they have ovarian cancer before, when they have a colon rectal before, breast cancer, when the patient is smoking, when they have obesity, and when the patient have the history as well of breast cancer. One of the symptoms the patient they can have is not a specific symptom, because you can confuse with another affection on the woman. The patient they can have abdominal pain, pelvic pain on the area. You can find a mass, abdominal mass as well. The patient they can complain about the irregular period, vaginal bleeding during intercourse. What is very important here on the ovarian cancer is the patient they need to go when they have any symptom, they need to go to the doctor to diagnostic on time on the early stage. So on the early stage, it's difficult to find out any diagnostic. But when the patient have any symptom, they need to go to the doctor, because one of the screening for the ovarian cancer, the patient they need to get examination, like a pelvic examination, to get to the consistency for the ovary, for the uterus, the size. Then after that, they need to get transvaginal ultrasound. They're going to find out and check how is the uterus, the size for the uterus, how is the ovary, how much is the size for the ovaries, and then they need to get as well a tumoral mark, the CA 125. Is a blood test. It's a tumoral mark to check how much is that, and they're going to give you a stage about the ovarian cancer.
morning and welcome to Rise and Shine for today, Thursday. It is the 11th day of May, 2023. I am your host, Oslin Crosby. It is a pleasure to be here with you. It is another wonderful day. The sun is peeping through the window, so another day filled with opportunities that we should be able to make use of. And as I came across it this morning, I said I will share it as soon as I start. Life is not about negative circumstances that happen to you. It's about what you do with the golden opportunities. Let today be a golden opportunity for you to be a better version of yourself. It is going to be another packed program here. This morning we will be speaking with representatives from the GNCD, the Grenada National Council of the Disabled. It is Disability Month, and we'll be speaking with the PRO and a field officer about some of the things that they will be doing, and also representatives from the Grenada Motor Club, talking to us about motorsport here in Grenada. So it is going to be another interesting morning here on Rise and Shine. But as we always do, let's help you plan your day. It's hot outside. Let's see what our forecasters have to share with us today. Read our weather. Good morning.
Good morning to you and listeners or general public. And here's weather for today, Tuesday, 11th of May, 2023. Currently it's fair and hazy. Winds are from the east at 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, 14.6 millibars. That's above normal and rising. Present temperature, 27.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity, 82%. Yesterday's maximum temperature, 31.8 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum, 26.3 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours. As a result, no rainfall recorded for the month thus far. Now to have a look at the forecast, Val, for today and tonight. Today we expect some generally fair, hazy, and generally fair, breezy, and slightly hazy conditions, becoming partly cloudy during the night with a low chance of brief, isolated showers. Maximum temperature, 32 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate, with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides are currently high, low at 2:45 p.m. and high at 8:30 p.m. Sunsets today at 6:23, rises tomorrow at 5:45. Just a repeat of the forecast, Val, for today and tonight. Generally fair, breezy, and slightly hazy, becoming partly cloudy during the night with a low chance of brief, isolated showers. Maximum temperature, 32 degrees Celsius. I'm Andre Charles, reporting for the Met Office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andre. We heard the weather there, what we expect for today, generally breezy, hazy conditions. It is going to be another hot day. We heard of the hazy conditions, so it means that the people with respiratory challenges, please ensure that you are prepared for the conditions. We are in the dry season, and around this time is when our allergies and so would start acting up. So be prepared always. Let's go over now to a word of the day, and this morning it comes from Keda Maitland.
My name is Keda Maitland, a former student at the Wesley College Secondary School. The word of the day is contribute. Contribute means to give something. The volunteers contributed their time towards cleaning up the city.
Maitland, thank you so much for today's word. Now let's go over to emergency tip of the day, and today we're speaking about heat, quite a timely one. Beat the heat, extreme heat. Heat-related deaths are 100% preventable, and I think we know and understand that fully. What is extreme heat or heat waves? It occurs when the temperature reaches extremely high levels, so when the combination of heat and humidity causes air to become oppressive. Who can be affected? All of us. Children, but more so children, the elderly, and our construction workers because of their outdoor employment. Where your houses with light or little or AC or so construction work sites and your cars. These are the places you can go to get some, well, at least be away from the heat. And how to avoid it? You need to stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. Stay cool if you do have access to air condition, and wear light clothes, light colors also, and loose fitting. That way you would not feel uncomfortable as the heat then gets to pass through. So it's light already, it's breezy, so you'd feel better. having tight clothes with heat, you feel as though you would lose your mind. Yeah? So consider those tips this morning as we continue to battle this heat during the dry season. So that's our emergency tip of the day. What we are going to do is we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we get into our first interview for the morning. We speak to representatives of the GNCD. Turn your camera. You're looking.
Promoters, here is a chance to boost your event or fete with MTV's irresistible television advertising specials. Book now and be wowed with party deals and good advertising coverage. Call our sales and marketing department on 440-8171 or via WhatsApp on 455-5718. You can also send an email at mtvmarketinggd@gmail.com. Terms and conditions apply. It's the 4th edition of Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year promotion. Cuatro Punto Cero. It's unbelievably amazing. You can win free fuel, free drinks, cash prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free cable, TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free passes to Sunshine Promotion events for 2023, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a lunch package. Be sure to fill out the entry forms and enter it into the marked entry boxes at all Hubbard's departments and at participating outlets. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2023. Draws will be held every 2 weeks. Terms and conditions apply.
A natural disaster can change your life in minutes. Preparation is the best protection for your family and business. Prepare now. Create a disaster plan and make sure everyone knows what to do. Store water, non-perishable food, and medication. Remember basic emergency supplies such as batteries and flashlights. Trim overhanging trees. If trees near power lines are unsafe to trim, call Grenlec at 237 for assistance or advice. Install surge protectors to safeguard your electrical devices against outages and intermittent surges. Make sure your generator has an isolation switch. It will prevent power from feeding to our lines and electrocuting others. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Get ready for a night you'll never forget. A night of love. The most enchanting evening of Lovers Rock at the National Cricket Stadium on Saturday, May 13th. Prepare to be serenaded by our incredible headliners, the soulful Christopher Martin.
I do love to make sweet, 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 sweet love to you.
The legendary Sanchez.
You say you love me, baby. I can't wait till the morning comes.
Plus, the talented Dwayne Stevenson.
A word from the wise, don't try to make life on your own.
Together with local sensation, Vaughn. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 10 p.m. Tickets are now $100. Or you can elevate your experience with our VIP for $500. The VIP experience includes front of stage access, unlimited premium liquor and cocktails, a delectable 4-course food menu, private ushered access to the venue, VIP parking, and exclusive photo ops, and meet and greet opportunities with our headliners. Tickets available at GoToFet or any of the Sunshine Promotions authorized outlets. Join us on this magical evening and let love take over at A Night of Love.
Join us for the chocolate adventure of a lifetime. May 16th to the 21st, 2023.
Rise and shine.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. The time is now 7:52 in the morning. Let us get on straight into it. As I indicated before we went on the break, this morning we're speaking to representatives of the Grenada National Council of the Disabled. And today we're speaking with the Public Relations Officer, that's Mrs. Rena Pate Thomas, and a Field Officer, Ms. Manisha Davis. Good morning to both of you, and thank you so much for being here with us.
Good morning, Ms. Cosby. It's a pleasure being here. Good morning. Good morning.
All right. So, Rena and Manisha, we were just shortening the names this morning so that we get to it. Is Disability Month, the month of May, and I know with it comes a lot of awareness, but that's so ensuring that the public understands their role in ensuring that we get people who live with disability, that we include them in all that we do. I want us to start off with this year's theme, and then we'll go down to the other activities and so that will be staged this month.
All right. So good morning, all. My name is Manisha David. I am the Field Officer for GNCD. May month is usually considered as Month of Awareness for persons with disabilities. And this year we're celebrating under the theme Transformative Solutions for Inclusive Development. So it's Transformative Solutions for Inclusive Development.
What is the meaning behind this theme for the GNCD for this year's Disability Month?
Well, usually we follow the theme from World Disabilities Day. So whatever theme they choose, we usually just follow suit because we all have the same aim, the same goal to, have people with disabilities included in everyday lifestyle. It's not about singling them out or making them feel different. We're all people, so it's all about inclusion, and everybody could develop and grow together as one to achieve one main goal.
Okay. Rena, I want to rope you into the conversation. The conversation of inclusion is one that's very, very critical for people living with disability. Rena, I think you are a victor in that message, in that of inclusion. You work in the media. We see you do everything as an ordinary person, as one living with a disability. And I wanted to speak to this year's theme and how important it is for you with this theme, and also society accepting you for who you are.
It's not just important for me, Ms. Cosby, it's important for all of us. And I say all of us, I mean every person with challenges. Some persons may not like the word disability. We hear a lot of that from our clients. But challenges is something that they tend to accept. And inclusion is important because we always want to be a part. It's kind of a way where we kind of treat it like we're a whole different section of the world. And kind of pushed back in a way that we are not really, able to contribute to our economy, contribute to our development of our country, and contribute to our family, which is far from the fact. Once we're given the opportunity to do that, then we feel like, of course, we like everyone else, which we are. The point is that society brand us like we are not, and we are incapable. It's important for us to do the things that we want to do. We have dreams, we have aspirations, and most of the time family, some of us may have supportive family, others don't. I'm lucky that I did. I see a lot of persons with challenges that don't have anybody to help them, not even to the point where they even were invested into education-wise. So being a part of everyday life or being able to contribute is important. How would you feel if you have to depend on somebody every day to provide for you when you know for yourself, I can do this. I can be able to get a job or run a business or even do my talents, develop myself in some sort of way, something creative, skill set. and contribute to myself. Because at the end of the day, we want parents and persons to understand that even if you try to take care of someone with a challenge now, when you're gone, how would they be able to take care of themselves? And that is important. We're thinking about the long term here and not just about the short term.
And that is true. And that is true. And I take it that this is one of the reasons why the month of awareness is very, very critical. Because for one, yes, we will hear from people like yourself and others that are affected. I have siblings, or rather I have a sibling that have challenges, as you rightfully said, Marina. So you understand that the opportunities are not less for the people living with the challenges, but rather we need to expose them to it. They blossom into beautiful plants, but if not given the opportunity, then we recognize that we are just suppressing the talents that exist within these people. And it is time that as a nation, I know now that there's a push in that of accessibility to buildings and so for people who are challenged, that of providing more opportunities. Yesterday, the start of that creative industry, that creative conference would give people with challenges an opportunity to explore and be themselves, which I think is fantastic.
Yes, and our theme for this year, as Manish said, transformative development for inclusive development, is along the same path line, because Grenada and the rest of the world want society to transform and develop into inclusive, including us, including persons with challenges, into the world, into developing the world, and that.
Okay, I think we just had a bit, maybe you had a call coming in. All right, so that is what the focus is. Let us speak about the activities that will form part of this year's Disability Month. What will the GNCD be doing?
Well, for the calendar, we also, it's not only GNCD, but we partner with other sister agencies who also cater to persons with disabilities. So let's start from today. Today's the 11th.
The 11th.
Well, the radio program. Tomorrow, the 12th, we're going to be having a sale at Food Fair Grandans, White Cane Industries. That is the workshop where people with disabilities showcase their craft. So they would be having a sale at the Food Fair Grandans. Also, the Resource Center for the Blind would also be having a luncheon tomorrow, please the Lord. That's Friday. Then we move along to the 15th. Monday, May 15th is International Family Day. Also, the Grenada School for Special Education, that's the school in the Limes, Granans, they would also be hosting a Mother's Day raffle. The Tuesday, the 16th, we're going to be presenting like a plaque, a token of some sort to a business who include persons with disabilities as their members of staff. So from every month, we will try to recognize a different business who employs persons with disabilities. On the 18th, we're going to be having a radio program to, just a sensitization program on Thursday the 18th. The 19th, Grandans School for Special Education again. They'll be having a bake-off sale for, I guess, the older students with disabilities. They're going to be baking cakes and they're going to be showcasing it. So that's going to be at the Grenada School for Special Educations in the Limes. The week of the 22nd, so the 24th, 25th, and 26th, we would be moving to Carriacou because we don't ever leave Carriacou out. We're a tri-island state, so we usually go to do sensitization in Carriacou, field visits in Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So from the 24th to the 26th, representatives from GNCD, along with staff members of social development, Carriacou branch, will be doing sensitization in Carriacou and Petit Martinique for these 3 days. Also, on the 25th, there will be a public forum with St. Paul's Sports and Cultural Organization. So we will be having someone with a disability to speak on their experience as someone living with a disability and their challenges and, you know, all this stuff. On the 26th also, that's Friday the 26th, Victoria School for Special Education will be hosting their sports meet. The venue is still tentative. I think they're trying to decide between Shantima Plainfield and Victoria. And Guelph, sorry. So once we have that information, we would share. But the sports meet for Victoria School is on the 26th. On the 28th, Sunday the 28th, there will be a family fiesta at Guelph. We're partnering with the Ministry of Social Development, and we'll be hosting a family fiesta at Guelph. On the Tuesday the 30th, there will be a floral arrangement class for persons with disabilities. Last year we had a floral arrangement class and we had a graduation, and trust me, the ladies did an amazing job with the floral arrangement. They were certified and all these things. So we'll be hosting another one. The 31st, Wednesday, May 31st is International Blind Day. And we'll also be doing another sale at Foodland, that's Lagoon Road, where White Cane would show off their crafts and stuff again. Crafts made by persons with disabilities. On that same day, there would also be Resource Center for the Blind would also be having an awareness walk. Usually it's from the Esplanade to Greenbridge or Greenbridge to the Esplanade, but once we get more information, we will confirm. Okay. And to finish off May month, June 2nd, we are hosting a fun day for persons with disabilities where we bring persons island-wide to Lassages Plainfield, and we have a health fair, fun activities, educational sessions. So we try to bring everybody, you know, who are able to come out. We provide lunch, we provide bus transportation and all that. We're bringing them to Lassages Plainfield on this Friday, the 2nd of June, to have a family fun day, health fair, educational sessions, and so on.
Okay.
So yeah.
So it is quite an inclusive month of activities. We heard of floral arrangement. We heard of baking. It's an we're exploring all the talents of the people who are living with challenges. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I think I love about the plan, because it brings our young children together. The White Cane industry, I was about to ask about them, because I think we all miss that very, very sturdy product in that of the mops. Yes. And so when they do them, and those that they weave, the products are always, I remember the birds from Victoria that were always involved in the White Cane industry. So I am happy that the activities are inclusive and that it sticks to that of the theme for this year's activity.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Rena,
we just want to ask persons out there, wherever you see any one of our clients, whether it's at the sales at Food Fair or it's the sports meet in Victoria, just come out and support. Remember, these individuals, these are their talents. This is how they make their daily bread. So just ask to come out, support, buy something, even if it's the smallest thing. If not, you don't want to buy anything and you just want to contribute, it's okay. But just support persons with disability. That is what we want. Sometimes also, for the month, I think we are also available for businesses who are willing to accept somebody from GNCD to come in to just sensitize their staff about how they deal with persons with disability. We do give the services free, of course. And, you know, we really want persons to understand that living with a disability does not mean that persons are incapable of doing anything. And we're really trying to sensitize to employers that it's okay to give persons with challenges an opportunity to work with them. We have persons in True Blue, a young lady with Down syndrome, who is working with them for quite some time now. Mount Pure also hired one of our clients, and he's doing quite well. So we're asking employers to also give persons with challenges an opportunity to be able to work and be independent and earn their own income.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I also know of schools outside of the Grenada School for Special Education who take in students with challenges. And you recognize that when they, when they move among the ordinary children, that they actually evolve even faster, because it is like a push to them. They are encouraged to want to do more. I remember I sat down in a sports meet and I'm looking at what it was a girl, a young lady with challenges to her legs, and she was given an opportunity to run a race. Yes, she would finish, and then you get an opportunity to cheer along. It is important that we get our children involved, and along with it, I think it is also important that we speak to parents who may have children that was born with disabilities. Because oftentimes we think that it is okay to lock them away. No, you don't. You expose them, and that's the only way they will thrive and flourish.
And that is true. That is very true, Ms. Cosby, because we have so much success stories with children who went into the normal school, as we would say, and they went to the secondary level and they excel so well. I know recently that the school for special ed in Grand Anse, Grenada School for Special Ed, there's a student who passed, the last student who passed her CPEA exam, I think last year. She presently had the opportunity to go to Canada and continue her studies, and she is doing so well. Once you have that support and you have someone there to assist, of course you would see how persons with challenges blossom. The opportunity that they are given, they take full advantage of it, and they become someone in life. You would see how far they can reach. You'll be surprised.
Yes, I truly agree. And Ms. David, I want to rope you back into the conversation here. We're speaking about parents who may have children that were born with challenges and hidden away. As a field officer, is there any improvement in this situation here in Grenada? We are a small nation and we look out for each other. If these people are outside, we will assist. Have we improved in that area over time?
We have. I mean, sometimes it's just a simple conversation to let them know that, hey, you're not the only person who has a child or a family member with disabilities. Sometimes the fear of not knowing is the biggest challenge. So once you go and you meet them and you explain to them that, hey, you're not the only one, it is okay. Because at the end of the day, this is a normal child, this is a normal, your brother or your sister does not make them any less of a human. It's usually just a simple, a simple conversation, a little counseling to make them understand that it's okay. There are people here, we are here to help you, whatever you need, whatever assistance you need. If you just need somebody to talk to, you can call us, we could guide you along, we could include them, we could bring them out. And another reason why we do the family funding, we bring all of them together. So, hey, I may not know someone else with a disability, but when we invite them out, they see this family and that family, and gradually it's easier. It's always easier when you know and you understand that it is okay. And there are other people just like, other families who have people with disabilities as well. So it becomes an easier transition as we go along.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Well, that is encouraging. That is encouraging. Yeah. And I really do hope that it continues. I want to wish the GNCD all success in this year's activities. Before we run off, I want to give both of you an opportunity to encourage people living with disability here. If you have not made contact so far with the GNCD, that you can, how you can be a part of the activities, how you can get the children to go on out, because I know for the schools for special education, there's transport that is available for them to get to school and back. And I think it is, we have come a long way, but we have a very, very long way to go as it relates to accepting fully people with disability, as well as to employment, schools, just settling into society. But as a small nation, there's hope for us.
Yes. It is, there is hope for us. Of course, again, I would like to encourage everyone to just support persons with disability. A smile, or whether you want to help as it relates to just contributing to a child with disability who going to school, just reach out. It's also important for parents to encourage their children not to go about teasing persons with disability or students with disability. Our future generation needs to realize that looking different doesn't mean that a person is, different or they're not capable of doing anything. They are our future employers, and we really want to start to encourage them at a young age to be able to accept and include persons with disabilities so that the generation to come understands, and it wouldn't be as a difficult task as it is now for some of us. So again, thank you for everyone who has supported before and continue to support us and just be there to support persons with disability.
Also, I would like to leave our contact information. So if you or you have a family member or you know of a family and they're, with someone with a disability and they need assistance, they need somebody to talk to, they need, just to know as to how to get by. Our cell phone number is 407-0112 or the landline is 440-0112.
Okay.
So you could call us, send us a WhatsApp message, reach out, and, we're here to help.
Wonderful.
We also want persons to understand, Ms. Cosby, that our Scott Street office has been closed for some time. We're doing some relocation. So persons who are coming to our office, most of the time you would see that it is closed. So it's okay that you would call our cell phones and get in contact with us. Someone is always there to answer. It's just that the office is closed for some time as we relocate it.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Wonderful. So to both of you, Rena and Manisha, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. I also want to say thank you for the advocacy one. Rena, the experience, the day-to-day, just continue to encourage people to support people living with challenges. And Ms. David, continue to go out there in the field and encourage people that may not fully understand what it is like to live with a disability or to have a family member with it, and how we can how we can help them get to their full potential by just supporting and encouraging and giving them the opportunities that they need. So to everyone in the GNCD, thank you so much for continuing to be that very, very strong voice for the minority group that needs it. We need people like yourself and others to come and go aboard and be a part of this. As you know what? I remember in the past, you used to be that you're not you're differently abled, but it does not in any way limit you to being anything different from any one of us. Because what you may not have one way, it means that you might have many more of it in another way. So let's identify those talents and let's continue to groom the people who do live or was born with challenges here in Grenada. Thank you again to both of you, and a successful month of activities we wish you.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're most welcome. That was Rena Pear Thomas and Manisha David from the Grenada National Council of the Disabled, speaking to us about Disability Month, all the activities that are happening, but most so hearing from someone living with challenges how it has been settling down, being given the opportunity, support from family, and what we can do as a society to help these people thrive. We have a responsibility, and we cannot run from it or we cannot negate it. We cannot delegate it either. We have to accept it for what it is, and at the end of the day, contribute to the overall growth and development of a person. As a human responsibility, we have a human responsibility to help others. It does not matter who they are, how they may look. It is our responsibility to help. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we speak to the Grenada Motor Club.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones,
Mr. Duncan and
homes,
Mr.
businesses
Peters.
safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Hello, I am Pettifer Lewis, the Executive Director of the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce, representing the private sector. From where I sit, I can see how volatile both the local, regional, and international economies can be. as a result of financial shocks, pandemics, natural disasters, among others. Having the NIS Unemployment Benefit Program is certainly a step in the right direction. This will help to alleviate the burden that arises from unemployment. Remember that people who are employed not just support themselves, but support family members as well. The NIS Unemployment Benefit Program will play a very important role in assisting our citizens to mitigate hardships while keeping the local economy stimulated during future challenges like these. This is a very good program, very good initiative, and I support it.
Promoters, here is a chance to boost your event or fete with MTV's irresistible television advertising specials. Book now and be wowed with party deals and good advertising coverage. Call our sales and marketing department on 440-8171 or via WhatsApp on 455-5718. You can also send an email at mtvmarketinggd@gmail.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Get ready for a night you'll never forget. A night of love, the most enchanting evening of Lovers Rock at the National Cricket Stadium on Saturday, May 13th. Prepare to be serenaded by our incredible headliners, the soulful Christopher Martin.
I do love to make sweet, 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 sweet love to you.
The legendary Sanchez.
You say you love me, baby. I can't wait till the morning comes.
Plus, the talented Dwayne Stevenson.
A word from the wise, don't try to make life on your own.
Together with local sensation, Vaughn. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 10 p.m. Tickets are now $100. Or you can elevate your experience with our VIP for $500. The VIP experience includes front of stage access, unlimited premium liquor and cocktails, a delectable 4-course food menu, private ushered access to the venue, VIP parking, and exclusive photo ops, and meet and greet opportunities with our headliners. Tickets available at GoToFet or any of the Sunshine Promotions authorized outlets. Join us on this magical evening and let love take over at A Night of Love.
Building resilience is the responsibility of us all. That means planning in the event of more frequent and intense storms. Introducing a new product called Flexible Hurricane Protection, FHP. FHP provides protection against tropical storms through to Category 5 hurricanes. If a storm covered by your policy impacts your island, you get a payout automatically. No assessors, no adjusters. Pick the amount of coverage you need. Use the funds however you want to cover lost income, replace damaged equipment or crops, rebuild your business, or carry out quick repairs to your home. Getting started is easy. Simply visit www.corpefinsurance.com to select the coverage that's right for you or choose an annual premium that fits your budget. Pay the annual premium at your credit union before 1st June. It's that simple. Make FHP a key part of your yearly hurricane plan.
Join us for the chocolate adventure of a lifetime. May 16th to the 21st, 2023.
Rise and shine.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. It is now 20 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's go over to our second interview for today. As I indicated, we are speaking to representatives of the Grenada Motor Club this morning. And I want to say welcome and good morning to Mr. Jeremy Peters. He's the Vice President of the Grenada Motor Club, and also Mr. Llewellyn Duncan, the Treasurer of the Grenada Motor Club. Good morning, gentlemen, and thank you so much for being here with us.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
It is a pleasure to have both of you. Now I want us to start off the conversation and take us back to the Motor Club's history. You can give us a brief one and take us up to speed as to where we're at. We're going to start with the Vice President, Mr. Peters.
Yeah, well, the Grenada Motor Club would have originally started, officially registered back in the year July of 2000. They were a group of persons who decided to kind of channel the passion into organized sport. So they put things together and decided to have this particular auto racing. Even prior to that, as far back as 1994, Mr. Keith Braveboy would have started, I should say, go-karting and auto racing and stuff like that. So when we talk about auto sport, it was more or less about different aspects of sport. I should say not only drag racing. So more or less, it has a long history of different activities involved. So right now the initiative is actually to get things back on track. To have a proper channel for this particular sport within Grenada, and a matter of fact, which is loved amongst a lot of the persons within this particular generation.
Yes, you are right. It is loved among people of this particular generation. We see special interest in it. And in addition to it, I think we can also speak to how much opportunities that it have available in it, because people like our very own Lewis Hamilton that have roots back here in Grenada would have started in a similar way. So it means that there are many opportunities that it can afford once taken on seriously.
Yeah, very, 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 very much so. Just as you would have said, Mr. Lewis Hamilton would have started his career in this particular aspect, and this is an initiative that we are trying to push, whereas getting go-karts back, as you know, the go-karting it itself has a mixture of young and old mixture in between the two, so there's also a soft spot for that particular area. And it also too I should say maybe go-karting and auto racing in itself helps person understands the mechanical aspect of a vehicle, understands how to drive, and our initiative right now is actually to kind of get the necessary authorities involved, and partner with us in regards to going forward with this, because we would like to make this into a totally organized operation. So where, as we have the Royal Grenada Police involved with the operations, and letting them know how certain things will be going, throughout the future with the motor club. So yes, it's a step forward in regards to how things are going.
Okay. I like the sound of that, and that of the collaboration with people like the RGPF, because anytime we hear motorsport, the first thing we think of is the drag racing, right? And then our minds would go right back to that of the accidents that the police keep talking about now on the roads, and increase in the number of accidents. We know that we have a lot more younger drivers on the road. I was speaking recently about how we are no longer courteous drivers. We don't allow anybody to come out anymore. We have changed. Our culture is changing, and that is not good. I want to include Mr. Duncan now in this conversation with the Motorsport Club coming out and wanting a more structured approach to this, and also making it more inclusive. It therefore means that to do that, you will need more members. So the recruitment is critical in this process, as human resources it's important. And with that, I wanted to also speak to some of the benefits to people wanting to be a part of this. Our young people now love their vehicles. Some of them go through the bonnet. They will do all sorts of things in there. If we can, as you spoke to Mr. Peters, they understand the mechanics, they can then use it, and when they go on the road and be a lot more responsible, then it means therefore that our numbers would go down, and at the end of the day, it would be a lot safer for everybody to commute.
Right. So we are seeking membership. The Motor Club is again active now, and we are hoping that members of the public who have interest, who are motorsport enthusiasts as well, not just drivers, but even if you have a love for the sport and you want to be part of it, you want to be involved, you can sign up for the Grenada Motor Club. We do have a Facebook page, an Instagram page where you can find the link and you can sign up to be part of the club. Now, being a member of the club will, of course, have certain benefits. And some of those benefits are you will have a say. You will be a member of the club that will be able to vote for, vote or nominate positions in the club. And you can voice your ideas as to the type of events that we will have. And input some of the bright ideas that we have from some of the younger crowds out there. As you mentioned, we not only want to do drag racing, but we want to get heavily involved in the go-kart racing because go-kart racing is the foundation for all aspects of motorsports. Lewis Hamilton started go-karting at a very young age, right? And this is something that we want to implement for the younger generation. If you want to be a professional at anything you do, you have to start at quite a young age. And when I say young age, I mean as 5-6 years old, right? And if we do this in Grenada, the amount of professional drivers that we will have in the future, it will increase. And it definitely will give these persons the advantage so that when they get to the age of 18, 20, 21, internationally, they can compete on an international level, right? Some of the other benefits of joining the club will include, of course, club members will have special pricing on registering for events, attending the events. For instance, they would not have to pay full price to come to any of the GMC events. They will also be able to, as a driver, for example, apply to the motor club for certain privileges. We have a number of companies on board with the motor club too, so that members will get discounts on auto parts, supplies, etc. from the partners of the Grenada Motor Club. And of course, we plead to the general public to please don't mix up the motor club with the accidents and all of the mishaps that happen on the road. Because when you look at it, and I say frankly, that these accidents that we're seeing, they're from a very particular niche of drivers. And it might sound funny, but we don't want to call out any particular group. However, when you look at the vehicles involved in those sort of accidents, it is mostly SUVs, pickup trucks, and especially the small car drivers. The small car drivers are very, very reckless on the roads. And these are not vehicles that particularly have a lot of power or, are built for any form of racing at all. They are not, they are not safe. They're not equipped with proper braking system, proper suspension system. And that is one of the reasons why we see a lot of these accidents on the roads, because these vehicles, quite simply, they cannot handle as well as a car built for performance would, especially on the roads. So we're pleading to the drivers out there that, especially the guys with the Passos and the Swifts and the Altezas and so, we know that these are not the fastest cars on the road. And sometimes guys want to prove a point to everybody else that they can drive fast or so. But we in the Motor Club will give you the opportunity to come to the track and vent that if you wish. It's not only drag racing. We are starting back the autocross, and those little cars, they can be quite fun to drive in an autocross event. And also the autocross events will teach drivers the skills they need to be able to drive defensively on the road, to be able to handle their vehicle in a controlled environment, so that therefore, when they drive on the road, they will become much more safer drivers. They will know the limits of their vehicle in a controlled environment. They will get the chance to push it to the limits and see what the limits are. We're not saying that you should do that on the road, but come to the track where it's safe to do so. And it will also improve your skill as a driver, right?
Okay. I think the benefits here far overrides just what we may be seeing on the roads. And I'm happy that you dispelled that notion, because as we were speaking before we started the interview, while we are speaking, yes, of the numbers, what you recognize is being a part of the motor club teaches you responsibility, because you must be responsible. The road is not the place to drag. I think that is understood. The only problem is the ordinary driver that should understand this seem to be the challenge. So if we love speeding, we love motorsport, join the club and understand how you can responsibly do so. The right place, you'll be taught from ground, so foundation, and you get to build on it. And I think at the end of the day, it will be a lot more rewarding for everyone, because at the end, you have more members and you'll be able to monetize this entire sport here in Grenada. In addition to it, there's also regional exposure. Earlier on this year, we had one of our own drivers down at Trinidad that won one of the races down in Trinidad. And we do have people coming here from time to time. So I want us to speak now about the upcoming activities as we segue into the exposure part, and what are some of the opportunities that are coming up, activities where we can push that. Mr. Peters, I want to bring you back in the conversation now. And Mr. Duncan, you can chime in.
Okay, so we presently we have a championship series that is ongoing. It's called the Ian Dabrio Championship Series. It is in memory of Mr. Ian Dabrio. He was a pioneer in the motorsport scene, I should say, in the early 2000s, and right down into about, I think, 2018, and he passed away. So rest in peace. So we are presently to have a championship series. It's a 6-part championship series, whereas drivers have the opportunity to win prize money at the end of the year. So every other month, it's a competition that is happening, and there's a prize. The prizes range from about $10,000 right at the end of December. So, this is one of the initiatives that we're pushing to kind of have persons, to kind of keep things within the safe parameters within our organization, to have things going on. It's also one of the initiatives that we are doing, to just keep the motorsport alive, and to have guys, be interested in everything that's happening. So, but what I kind of want to chime to the whole aspect with motorsport in general. We also want to look at the more educational aspect of things. You understand? Right now, motorsport in itself, or I should say automotive in itself, has become a serious pioneer when it comes to technology, when it comes to engineering. And this is actually one of the breeding grounds for a lot of these things that's happening. We've been having a lot of, I should say something where we have guys have the ability now to be able to use computers to actually be able to change the parameters of vehicles, diagnose particular high-tech issues. And as we're getting into this technological era, this is the breeding ground for this particular technological stuff that we have going forward. So I just we have to look at the educational package of things, because not everybody wants to be lawyers, not everybody wants to be doctors, but people also want to be technicians. They want to be involved in engineering, and engineering has a lot to do, especially with motorsport. It's also the starting ground to be able to test certain things, to be able to understand certain things, and these days we want to buy, the electric vehicles that's coming out. We want to have this most sophisticated vehicles, and right now this also, motorsport in itself will bring direct, persons to give them that level of understanding. So, we always want to kind of run ahead with, say, Career Day. It's something that we used to do a lot of years back, but, bring the vehicles, to some of the performance vehicles to schools, give the kids the understanding, and just from that start in itself will more or less, give persons the understanding of, okay, how the vehicle operation works, how the motor works, and probably that, just from that start, I've known persons who were involved in motorsport and also kind of went into the aspect of the operations of engine, and then they were able to go off and be, I should say, engineers. They get involved in aviation. So, it has a trickle effect in a sense. So we have to look at it from that broad perspective. You understand? So that is generally our, one of the drives that we have. The educational aspect of motorsport is also very, very important. And people kind of might overlook it, may not see it, but there's a lot of things that happens behind the scenes, to understand, and the motivation of us more or less trying to push this, maybe within the month time, we will have a proper structure layout for people to get to understand a lot more what is happening. So this is our drive right now to make things happen. But coming back to the events that we're having, more or less, we're possibly maybe having a regional or invitational event coming up in July, where we have 1 or 2 cars from Trinidad and St. Vincent coming in, to compete. So that is one thing that we're also looking forward to, because the sporting tourism package is another big drive, for us to have things, bring in extra revenue within the country.
Yes, Mr. Duncan, you want to add to Mr. Peters?
Yes, of course. I just want to say that, in fact, we don't want to boast, but Grenada is one of the pioneers of motorsport in the entire Caribbean. If we go back to our history, we had some quite large international events in the past where we have had over 60 vehicles participating. And when we speak about motorsports or sports tourism, this is very important to our economy. Back in 2011, the impact that one international event had on the Grenadian economy, it brought in that weekend up to $1.5 million in revenue. And we can see the economic benefits of having sporting activities like this. And we plead for the support of the government and for the people, because this benefits everyone. It benefits the hotels, it benefits the car rentals, it benefits the vendors selling food, etc. And it brings in the much needed monies into our economy. So it's not just about having fun. We're not just a bunch of guys going on the track and want to race, and it benefits and it impacts us greatly. There is, of course, the influx of visitors. For each car that participates in an international event, there's going to be at least 3 or 4 persons coming with that car. And so it supports us greatly. Just to chime in a bit on what Jeremy has said about the educational aspect, it is great right now that we are heading in a positive direction. Technology is improving, especially among our racers. Believe it or not, Grenada has had some of the fastest cars in the Caribbean competing. Currently, I think we have the fastest Mitsubishi Evolution in our region right now. That's Joshua Lewis's Evolution 3, which runs a time of 8.5. And as you mentioned before, Champ is coming. Champ is now in the 8-second category. And we know that, he is coming again, and he's going to improve as well. And we're going to see some top competitors that not only are top here in Grenada, but will be able to compete in our region It will put Grenada on the map. It shows a bit of what we can do. We're a small island, yes, but we have people here that have the potential to exceed even on an international level. We have the potential to break even international records. We have members of the club who are not, too far from that. And so we're pleading to the young ones out there who want to become a part of it to do so. Because there's a saying that if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And, the opportunities are there for the younger ones who want to be engineers, who want to be technicians, and even recently, who want to become engine management tuners. We do have a dyno now, and for the guys before who dreamed about being tuners, they can now be tuners because we have the facilities right here for them to be able to do that. So no longer do we have to import people to tune our cars. We can find local tuners, and also we have the dyno right here, so we no longer have to send our cars out there to be tuned. We can do everything in-house. We have great engine builders. We have guys like Jason Johnson. We have good fabricators such as Joe Fab and Mikel. And some of these guys are so skilled that right now they even manufacture their own parts. They have that ability to fabricate, and I am really impressed with the direction that we're going, because I would safely say that in the next 5 years, we will be in a much better place, and Grenada will have some of maybe the fastest cars in the world. And we do want to get more involved in terms of having representatives in other aspects of motorsport. We have right next door in our islands, we have what we call the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. And we want, Grenada to be a part of that. Currently, we have nobody representing us because we do not put emphasis on motorsport as much as we do to basketball, football, athletics. And so we need to recognize that this has the potential to open some doors for us as a country as well. And we need to embrace it and give it just as much support so that we can have Grenadian representatives in the CMRC representing in the rallies that happen regionally as well. For those of us that know, Barbados has a big international rally every year, and they have as much as 130 cars coming in for that rally. And we can have an even better one in Grenada. So that is something that we have been having talks about, having a rally here in Grenada as well, and also being able to have drivers who can participate in the rallies in the other countries such as Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad. Even Guyana right now is heavily involved with a world-class facility, and they have only recently built that track. We have started before them, but it shows that even the newcomers, the new countries who have come on board, that when they come on board, they get a success rate very fast. We had the Race of Championships a few years ago participating in Barbados, which is an international event where we had drivers such as Lewis Hamilton, Ken Block, and so attend. And it will really be great for us one day to have a local event here where we can have maybe even Lewis Hamilton take part and be there to inspire the younger generation.
Yeah, I think those plans sound very, very encouraging, and it gives us an opportunity to introduce a new sport. We have been speaking about sports tourism, and I think it gives us that kind of opportunity. Along with it, it gives even more opportunities for young people who are inclined or wants to be a lot more on the creative side. It gives them opportunities for them to tap into. One final question for me, though, before we wrap up. Plans for that Pearls Airstrip where you normally host events. What are the plans, Mr. Peters, for Pearls?
Well, it's a it's somewhat of a very technical question.
Okay.
It is not a technical question. At the same time, it is a technical question. Predominantly over the years, pearls has there has been many different ideas about pearls. There's also idea of reopening a flight school. Also heard about ideas of them using it as a solar farm to assist with the project that is happening in Livera. So there are many different ideas, and I should say from different governments going and coming. But the whole idea is that we are trying to forge ahead and more or less securing the location, for this particular sport. As most of these projects is going to be in the millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. But we are looking forward to see if we can secure a more or less of a solid lease with the government of Grenada, working along with them, and to use the venue for different purposes. I mean, the venue can be also used once it is developed at that particular level. It can also be used for entertainment purposes. To use for shows, particular activities, fun day for kids, and the list more or less goes on. So we are more or less just trying, and the reason why we are trying to more or less harness that property in Pearls is the fact that we want to keep racing and any sort of reckless activities off the streets. You understand? It's just like as Mr. Duncan would have said, you have the venues for cricket, you have the venues for athletics, you have the venues for different things. You want to keep these particular activities off the streets, and this is the reason why I would have said that we want to work with the RGPF in regards to this particular, thing going forward. Because more or less, if it is something harnessed within, we have a particular ground where we are doing our activities, then the RGPF could be extremely hard on the persons who are doing any kind of recklessness on the road. You understand? So this is one of the things that we have to look at the bigger picture in regards to going forward with this motorsport. So we are more or less have had little talks with the governments in the government in regards to this, and we are hoping to probably secure this aspect, in regards to going forward. And just one last thing, I just want to let us know, Grenada is a very special place. Grenada has been producing athletes across the board. This little island. As I said again, we had a little heritage. I just want to even go off topic. Just we have the Mr. Lewis Hamilton from his family. We have that. We have Karani James. You understand? We have. The list more or less goes on with the amount of persons who we have here, and more or less have been, making our island proud. And this is the reason why we see massive potential, even in a sport that we're probably not very familiarized with, but we're seeing massive potential. And this is the whole aspect for us now, to at least be a little open-minded, try something different, see, to kind of more put us on the market, because Grenada is a special place. You look at this little island and wow, they have the great athletes, they have great motorsport persons. This is something really special about this island. And then it more or less has the world now looking at us. We don't have oil. You understand? We don't have oil. We don't have natural resources like that. So now we have to use what our natural abilities, you understand, to harness this within our island and have people invested in our island and be able to push ahead, and we things will happen. You understand? This is I'm looking at it from the bigger picture. Not just about racing and this and that. I'm looking at from the educational aspect, the tourism aspect, and I just want us to look at the bigger picture. And we have to be open-minded in life. Or else we'll just be left behind and be, probably be what if. So I don't want to be what ifs. I want us to be, persons of open-minded and harness this in the right direction. So that's my 2 cents on how I feel about this.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Peters. Before we run off, Mr. Duncan, just share the information as to how people who are interested in joining the Motor Club, how you can reach you, the social media handles, so that they can get the information? Because we know that in order for us to get to the bigger picture, then we need people to do that.
Yes, so we are on Facebook. You can find us Grenada Motor Club. We are also, well, everyone uses Instagram now. We are also on Instagram. You can search for us, Grenada Motor Club. There we have all of our contact information. But most importantly, there's a link there that will take you to our membership. If you want to be a member, you can sign up. And once you sign up, you can fill out your form, and we will get you processed as a member. You will see some of the rules. Of course, we have rules for membership, and some of those things, like Jeremy said, would involve your behavior on the road, and so, which is very important to us. So you can check us out on both Facebook, Instagram, and you can find the links, the information there, as well as some other useful information if you want to learn more about the sport and learn more about drag racing and the activities and how to become a part of it. We are also looking for volunteers. So we're not only looking for drivers and so, but volunteers to help out with different aspects of the club and so forth. All right?
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Duncan and Mr. Peters, for sharing with us this morning. I think you shared a whole new perspective on what the Motor Club here in Grenada is all about, what you are working towards, and at the end of the day, how it can actually positively impact us here as a country. Being an additional sport, how we monetize this whole thing, the opportunities available, and also the future prospects. One where our children can now see that liking an engine does not make you just a mechanic in Grenada, but you can become a mechanical engineer. You can become a pilot. Mechanical engineers are the ones who build the planes. They build all the mechanical things that we use, all the factories use. The possibilities are endless, and I think it is a wonderful place to start. I want to wish you and the team the best. Through education, we know that is where people become empowered and make more informed and better decisions, with more responsible decisions. So I think the focus on education is exemplary, and it should be pushed. And I do hope that the numbers will increase, because I believe we have a lot of our young people that love their vehicles. When we see the kind of pampering they give them, I think they should be able to channel that energies into the motorsport. And at the end of the day, we can make this something big, another opportunity here in Grenada, where we can earn, but more so, we can also sell this place of ours. So, to both of you, thank you so much. Excellent plans. I wish you and the team the very best. We will be hearing from you again later on in the year with some of the activities and your progress in that of recruiting new members and volunteers as we work towards making this another sport here in Grenada. Thank you again to you, Mr. Duncan and Mr. Peters.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. That was Mr. Jeremy Peters and Mr. Llewellyn Duncan, the Vice President and Treasurer of the Grenada Motor Club. And that's where we bring down the curtains for the morning. It's 8:54 in the morning. We went over. We needed to. I think it was worth it sharing the information, because if we recognize that there's a challenge, we have a challenge, but there are people that are part of an organization that are looking for members to help. It would reduce that challenge that we have, and one where we give people an opportunity to channel, learn more, be responsible. Then why not? It is well worth it. So the extra time, we don't mind it. Thank you so much again to all our viewers for always being here with us. Our guests, Rena Pear Thomas, Manisha David, Jeremy Peters, and Llewellyn Duncan. We spoke to GNCD today and also the Grenada Motor Club. Thank you so much to everyone, our viewers, our team always out there at Netherlands, Janelle, and the others that's always looking on. Thank you so much. In addition to that, we are headed into the Mother's Day weekend. Show on Saturday, Mother's Day on Sunday. Pamper the moms. Yes, pamper the moms. Show her that you love her. Show her the importance of her being a part of everything that you do. And let us also be mindful that celebrating Mother's Day this month in no way removes the importance of our dads that we will be celebrating next month. Yeah. So To all our mothers, happy Mother's Day in advance. I do hope you enjoy your day on Sunday. But in addition to that, I think we have a lot more to celebrate as mothers. The fact that we have brought people into this world, but more so that we have a responsibility to guide them, care for them, and show them that it is not just calling you mom, but mom goes a long way. There's so much more that goes with that responsibility. Sometimes it is trivialized. It is, to some, taking out the pictures, or whatever some of the, what I may consider the artificial responsibilities of being a mom. We have to lead by example. We have to have principles, or else we will not be guiding them. And if we are creating confusion, then at the end of the day, we create a problem. Let's be exceptional as who we are. Let's be exceptional at the roles and responsibilities that we were given. And let us take it seriously. For the exemplary mothers out there, continue to be you. For those that need to work on themselves, do so. And for those that are really, really far and need to make that first step today, make it. Be an exceptional mom, because you can be. The fact that the Most High gave you a gift of a child or children, it means that it was for a reason. Look for the reason in it, and look for the good reason in it. Yeah? And with that reason, keep propelling and nurturing those fruits, those seeds that were given to us, yeah? That we can help them blossom into very, very fruitful trees. That is our responsibility as moms. To my mom, happy Mother's Day to you. To all the moms that have impacted my life, I say happy Mother's Day to you. The very best I wish you. And all the moms of MTV, happy Mother's Day. In advance, celebrate mom. Do so, it's important. And as some people say, every day should be Mother's Day. Every day is Mother's Day, but only if you see it that way. Yeah? As a mom, every day is Mother's Day. The challenges that goes with the responsibility is immense. But do you give up? We cannot give up. Our children are our gifts, and it's ours to take care of. Happy Mother's Day again in advance to all our mothers, and to our fathers, we celebrate. We are working on you, getting you there. And let's not forget, we do have fathers that are playing the role of mothers. And to those single parent fathers, thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you to you. And happy Mother's Day to you. Continue to be that exceptional dad that you have been, and continue to know that what you give today, you would get out a better product tomorrow. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Keep doing what you do. This is where we say goodbye. The team, Elton, Tanya, thank you so much again. Extended MTV family, thank you for another week. We will be getting into the third week of the month already, or the second week of the month. The second week of the month. And we will be continuing this on Tuesday when we share with you, yes, ensure that you know what's happening. It can help you make informed decisions. I'm Oslin Crosby. Say have a great day. Be safe. Remember, it's hot outside. Drink lots of water. Do what you need to do. Try to get some movement into your day. But more so, each day, be a better version of yourself. Goodbye, everyone.
Promoters, here is a chance to boost your event or fete with MTV's irresistible television advertising specials. Book now and be wowed with party deals and good advertising coverage. Call our sales and marketing department on 440-8171 or via WhatsApp on 455-5718. You can also send an email at mtvmarketinggd@gmail.com. Terms and conditions apply. It's the 4th edition of Hubbard's Live Free for 1 Year promotion, Cuatro Punto Cero. It's unbelievably amazing. You can win free fuel, free drinks, cash prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free cable, TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supply, free passes to Sunshine Promotion events for 2023, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a lunch package. Be sure to fill out the entry forms and enter it into the marked entry boxes at all Hubbard's departments and at participating outlets. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2023. Draws will be held every 2 weeks. Terms and conditions apply.
A natural disaster can change your life in minutes. Preparation is the best protection for your family and business. Prepare now. Create a disaster plan and make sure everyone knows what to do. Store water, non-perishable food, and medication. Remember basic emergency supplies such as batteries and flashlights. Trim overhanging trees. If trees near power lines are unsafe to trim, call Grenlec at 237 for assistance or advice. Install surge protectors to safeguard your electrical devices against outages and intermittent surges. Make sure your generator has an isolation switch. It will prevent power from feeding to our lines and electrocuting others. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Get ready for a night you'll never forget. A night of love. The most enchanting evening of Lovers Rock at the National Cricket Stadium on Saturday, May 13th. Prepare to be serenaded by our incredible headliners, the soulful Christopher Martin.
I do love to make sweet, 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 sweet love to you.
The legendary Sanchez.
You say you love me, baby. I can't wait till the morning comes.
Plus, the talented Dwayne Stevenson.
A word from the wise, don't try to make life on your own.
Together with local sensation, Vaughn. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 10 p.m. Tickets are now $100. Or you can elevate your experience with our VIP for $500. The VIP experience includes front of stage access, unlimited premium liquor and cocktails, a delectable 4-course food menu, private ushered access to the venue, VIP parking, and exclusive photo ops, and meet and greet opportunities with our headliners. Tickets available at GoToFet or any of the Sunshine Promotions authorized outlets. Join us on this magical evening and let love take over at A Night of Love.
Join us for the chocolate adventure of a lifetime. May 16th to the 21st, 2023.
Rise and shine.